Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we're going to be covering the top stocks to be watching here in July of 2025. I have a list of about 10 to 15 stocks that we're going to be covering in today's video, and all of them look like they are about ready to absolutely explode. So we'll get into those names here in just a second. Before we start, I want to go ahead and go over our strategy and our trading rules here because we do have a very specific strategy that we use here on this channel. I know some of you guys are watching that have been around for a while, but it's really good to just review your strategy every single day so you don't get distracted, you don't get off course. And for those of you that are new, we are swing traders here on this channel, okay? The time frames that we are focusing on are the monthly and the daily chart. So the trades that we take, we are 1 to 6 months out on our time frame, meaning we are looking to buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. We are not day traders here. This is not a day trading channel. If you're into day trading, this channel is not for you. Okay, we are swing traders that take that 1 to 6 month approach. Okay, we enter and exit positions using our trading indicators. The green dot means buy, and the red dot means sell. When I talk about the red and green dots, I'm talking about our indicator down here. Okay, you got the green dot, that means buy. The red dot, that means sell. We're also going to talk a lot about our stochastic RSI here today. Also, we use EMAs here, and we also use a Fibonacci tool. And we're going to cover all those things today. Everything melts in right together. Everything molds right together. You guys will understand more when I get through the rest of the trading rules here. So the most important thing that we look for here on this channel is in rule number 4, we only want to buy assets that have a green dot or a green candle on the monthly chart. So again, we are focused on a monthly and a daily chart. Our time frame is 1 to 6 months. Therefore, we want to really hyper focus in on the monthly. So the monthly, okay, the monthly chart is the M, right? This is every one of these candles is 1 month's worth of time. So typically when you get one of these green dots on the monthly chart, that means we're going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I say 1 to 6 months. It normally means we're going up for 1 to 6 months. So with the dots, okay, the green and red dots, they are the most accurate for the signal, okay, meaning buy and sell. They're the most accurate on the higher time frames, okay? That's why we use a monthly chart. Because this dot right here is telling me that we are going up, potentially. It's not 100%. I think the monthly dots are about 85 to 90% accurate, if you know what to look for. But this dot right here, we're looking at MDB. This will be the first one of the day. I actually bought this one, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. But you can see it gave a green dot in June. So what that green dot tells me on the monthly chart is that we are going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1 to 6 months. So I am looking to take a position and I am looking to hold for 1 to 6 months. You can see the last time we got a green dot with the wave all the way down here was all the way back in 2023. That was about 2.5 years ago. You can see it came right there at around $200, exactly where this one came there a couple weeks ago or last month. And you can see it went from $200 all the way up to $500. Okay, if you know your mathematics and your percentages, if you would have held all the way to the top, you made 150% on your trade. You more than doubled your money if you bought and held. So again, with MDB, we're getting the same exact signal here. So I want to be bullish on this name. Okay, so the first thing we're looking for is the green candle or the green dot on the monthly chart. That is rule number 4. Okay, so once you have the confirmation of the monthly dot, right? The monthly dot is the most important. Okay, we also add in the candle there because not all the time, right? Sometimes you can jump the green dot, but the green dot is more accurate than just a green candle. So for example, MDB here has a green dot. That came right there in June. That was last month. So we are hyper focused on this name. And there's, like I said, 10 to 15 more names coming up where I'm going to show you guys this same exact signal that's coming on. So after we get the monthly dot on the monthly chart, we are then looking for the green dot on the daily chart. Okay, so once you get the monthly signal, you no longer have to look at the monthly. Okay, you then zoom into the daily. Okay, and then what we're looking for on the daily is the green dot. So as long as the dot is green on the month, we are looking for the daily dot. Okay, and typically we want to buy the daily dots. You can see this daily one came right there on June 24th. I think I actually entered it. I think my cost is around $200. So I'm up about 5% on this trade so far. but you could see we're into the moving averages. So the moving averages is another thing we like to talk about here. So the moving averages tell us the direction on the daily. So if you look at the monthly, we know it has a green dot. That means we are going up over the next 1 to 6 months. We know that the direction is in our favor. We don't want to trade things that are going down. We want to trade things that are going up. So again, when you get the green dot on the monthly, you want to zoom into the daily. And where we're looking to buy on the daily is a green dot into the EMA. So right now, MDB is into the EMAs here. So we can assume that this thing is going up for the next 1 to 6 months because we have that green dot. And it's up above the EMAs. So again, another thing to watch on the daily is the moving averages. We use a 50, a 100, and a 200 here. Okay, and if you guys do not have these indicators, you guys can get those right over here inside of the Discord. Under the trading indicator tab, there's a link you just click on right here. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your TradingView account. If you have questions or need support with that, my email is right there. Okay, so back to the rules. Okay, pretty easy buying strategy. Monthly green dot plus daily green equals buy. So for example, you should have been buying MDB right here on the 24th, and you should have been buying here today at the market close or at the open, whenever that dot came. So around 210. Okay, so that is the strategy to buy. It's pretty simple. As long as the dot or the candle is green, you're looking to buy the pullback right into the EMAs and a green dot. So green dot on the monthly plus green dot on the daily equals buy as long as it's into the daily EMAs. Okay. So MDB is going to be the first one. And let me go over the sell strategy real quick. We have two different selling strategies. So now you guys know how to buy. Now you want to know how to sell. So I'll tell you what we look for when taking profits. So we have two different selling strategies. Selling strategy number one is that we sell on a red dot in the red zone on a daily chart. Okay, the red dot in the red zone. Now, when I talk about the red zone, I need to come up here. And again, you guys can get access to this indicator as well by clicking that link that I just showed you. Okay, auto fib. Okay, you want to turn that on if you don't see it when you download it. But this is our red zone up here. So this is typically where we're looking to take profits. So right now, if you're entering MDB, you should not be looking to sell till it comes back up here to 320 to 360. Okay, a red dot in the red zone, just like you got back here. Okay, red dot in the red zone, looking to take profits. Red dot in the red zone, looking to take profits. That is our take profit level. Okay, and you can see it sold all the way back off. Okay, so with that being said, right now MDB is a buy and it's a hold until it gets back up here to the red zone. So a red dot, you see you got a red dot right here, but again, we're not concerned with this red dot because we are waiting for it to get back up here to the red zone. Okay, this is the place where the daily red dots matter. Okay, they don't matter down here. We don't care about this one. We're waiting for it to come back up here. Then we're looking for a red dot to sell. So if this thing goes back to that zone right now, you're talking about a 64, 65% trade. And again, our time frame for that to happen is 1 to 6 months. It's not going to happen tomorrow, maybe not next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. It could happen really fast sometimes. Sometimes it happens in 20 days. Sometimes it happens in 15. There's no real way to tell exactly when it's going to come up there. But as long-term, as swing traders, right, longer-term investors than the majority of people, okay, as long as this dot is green on the monthly, we know we're moving up. If we get a red dot, we know we're going to go back down. But as long as the dot is green on the monthly, we are actively looking to take positions. And we're not looking to sell until the price gets back up here on the daily. So my sell target would be anywhere from 320 to 350 here on MDB. Okay, this is stock number one. And then the next sell strategy is a little simpler. I mean, I use both of them typically, but sell strategy number two is we sell when the stochastic RSI, that is the light blue line on the trading indicator, when that hits the white dotted line on the monthly chart. So we have a sell strategy based on the daily, and we have a sell strategy based on the monthly. So if you come back over here to the monthly, okay, it doesn't matter, right? The Fibonacci only matters on the daily. So if we come to the monthly, all we're looking for is that stochastic RSI, this light blue line right here. Okay, that is the stochastic RSI. It is a momentum indicator. Okay, when that comes up here and touches the white dotted line, okay, just like it did back here in August of 2023, you could see that was the top. Okay, you can see it touched it right here in February of 2021. That was the top. It sold off and then it went back up. But right? We're not trying to get out at the exact top. We're trying to get out near it. So when that light blue line touches the white dotted line, we are taking profits. Okay. When the price gets back up here in the red zone on the Fibonacci and we get a red dot, we are taking profits. We're not sitting there and hoping it goes higher. We are traders, guys. We take our profits, we take it off the table, and we go look for the next trade. So that is the sell strategy. Okay, those two are the sell strategies. And if you guys want, I have a full trading course right over here inside the Discord that you guys can watch. There's 7 or 8 videos to learn more about it, but I literally just broke everything down. Okay, you need a strategy if you are going to be trading, if you're going to be investing. Otherwise, you will get emotional and you will sell. Okay, or you will make a mistake. If you don't have a strategy, you will not succeed at trading. You need to have a strategy, and you need, most importantly, the discipline to stick to it. So those are the trading rules. I always like to go over those before we hop into the charts because I want everybody to understand what it is we are looking for. So with that being said, MDB is the first one of the day, and that one is in my portfolio. I just wanted to go over that and show you guys why I was buying it, but that is why. Okay, I am waiting now for the stochastic to come up here, touch the white dotted line, or waiting for price to come back up here into the red zone. And again, my time frame for that is 1 to 6 months. I don't know how long it's going to take, but typically the 1 to 6 month time frame works fantastic with this strategy. So when you buy, you need to be willing to hold for 1 to 6 months. Okay, so that's MDB. Let's look at the next one. The next one's going to be Pepsi. Pepsi is trying to break out here. This one's got a green dot here on the monthly chart. The last time we got a green dot with the blue wave all the way down here was all the way back here in that was 2009. It was at $48, and obviously it went all the way up to 200. But Pepsi is definitely one we're keeping our eye on here in July. We are actively looking now to add on the daily green dots into this name. Okay, and someone actually asked me the other day, hey, if you get a green dot on the monthly chart, do you buy or do you wait? So a lot of the time it depends. So right now with Pepsi, you see we got the green dot here on the monthly. I would buy Pepsi right now. Okay, I would buy Pepsi right now because we do have that monthly dot and we are into the EMAs. Okay, we're into the moving averages. Okay, so I would take the trade on Pepsi right now and I would be going long. Okay, because I think it's going to go up in the long term. It's very oversold. Okay, it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. You just want to use a stop loss right there at 120. And again, I know it doesn't have a green dot yet. If you wanted to wait for a pullback, go ahead. But I think this one looks good here. As long as it's into the moving averages, we're okay. As long as it's not like way off of the moving averages, okay, nothing to worry about. But if it's into the averages, I would most likely take the trade off of a monthly dot. Someone asked me that question the other day. That's the only time. And you'll see in a couple examples of what I'm talking about. The next one's going to be Lowe's. Lowe's is not given the dot just yet, so that is something we're looking for. I would like to see this one break out here over that 240 level, but this one looks good. This one, and actually Home Depot is the other one. So these two don't have the dots yet, so that's obviously something we're looking for, but we are looking for that. You can see it's how it's up here into the EMAs, and Home Depot actually had a golden dot. If you guys are not familiar with the golden dots, those are also 1 to 6 month swings. That came right there on June 20th at around, that was around 350, and it popped all the way up to 380. So Home Depot and Lowe's both look very interesting. If I was going to trade Home Depot, I would just use a stop loss at that low that we got the gold dot on right there around 340. But again, this is a 1 to 6 month swing trade. I would like to see that one pop up over 380 and get some continuation going, but we would want to see some green dots for the confirmation. We do have green candles on both of those, so they both do apply. So those two are like runners up. I really like MDB and Pepsi a lot more, just simply because we have the actual signals. STLA, I believe this is a car manufacturer, and they do have a green dot. So here's another great example of a green dot. This green dot on the monthly chart, remember guys, is the most accurate when it comes to the green dots, the green and red dots. It is the most accurate because it has the most data. If I come in here to a 1 minute chart or a 2 minute chart like everyone's trying to trade today, look how many dots we've gotten since 8 p.m. today. Okay, this is what day traders do. They look at these. They buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell all day long, staring at their computer screens. Well, when you look at a monthly chart, the last time a dot came all the way down here was right here in 2022. So that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we got this signal. Okay, 3 years is a long time. It went from 13 all the way up to 30. Okay, again, you're more than doubling your money. That's 115% trade if you held from here to here. Okay, so again, STLA is looking really, really good here. That is a buy signal there for that name. TMO, this is Thermo Fisher. This one doesn't have the dot yet, but it does look like it's getting ready to curl back up. I like this one. Let's look at the daily. See, the daily is now breaking over the EMA. So the thing with the EMAs, guys, these moving averages, is when we are down below them, we are in a downtrend. But the second we start to break up above them, okay, that is when trend is starting to reverse. So our goal as investors and as traders is we want to identify the breakout. And I know we don't have the monthly dot just yet, but you can see the deeper the wave, the better. This just means we're very oversold. Okay, so what I would do on TMO if I was to play this, and again, you guys need to research these names and understand what the projects are, but they have good earnings, right? They're making $10 billion a quarter. That one shouldn't go below 400. So I would have a stop loss at 400 on this one and watch for, you can see the weekly's green, and watch for the monthly dot there. But you can see it is now breaking out over the EMAs. I like TMO. This is Thermo Fisher Scientific Corporation. This looks like a medical stock. But again, great earnings. They're making about $10 billion every 4 months, so they make a ton of money. And it looks like it's getting ready to reverse here on the monthly. So looking for that green dot. I think it's going to come either in July or August. But this one looks good as long as it can hold on to 400. The next one's going to be CROX. And these guys just released some new slides that I've been getting ads for on TikTok like crazy. And I bought them, and I wear them every day. They are nice. Okay, they're that shoe manufacturer. And guess what? They have that green dot confirmation right there. Looking good, very good over $100. Okay, this one looks very good over this level right here. You can put your stop loss right there at that level. You can even probably move it up to 100. I don't see that one breaking down below $100, and it does have the signal. The last time we got the green monthly dot was back here in January of 2024, about a year and a half ago. It went from 90 all the way up to around 170. That was about an 80% move there in the matter of like 6 months. 80%. Okay, everyone's trying to make 1% every day. But if you could just buy and hold here, 80% is a beautiful, beautiful gain. And CROX is actually one of my favorites. So that one looks really good. I like that one a lot better than Lowe's and Home Depot just simply because they don't have the actual dot yet. The next one's going to be CAVA. CAVA Group. This one doesn't have any data. So if you guys don't see data on the indicator when you guys download it, it's because it's too new of a project. But this one looks phenomenal, okay? If it doesn't have data, there's just not enough data on the chart to feed the indicator because the indicator goes off data. But this looks really good. This is another one of my favorites here, breaking out at the moment. I don't see this one going lower than that $72 level. This one looks good. You can see the stochastic RSIs down there on the floor. That one looks phenomenal. CAVA looks fantastic for here in July. Okay, pointing straight up here. I would love to see it break out over 100. If it breaks 100, that thing's going to go for a ride. And it does have a green dot here on the weekly. So if you don't have data on the monthly, of course, you just want to zoom in here to the weekly. But CAVA looks fantastic here. Looks really good there above 70. Home Depot, we covered MRK. This is going to be another healthcare stock given a green dot. Okay, so this one's looking really good. I've been calling this one out since last month. Okay, it looks phenomenal here, and it's trying to break out here on the daily now. I like this one as long as it holds on to 75, 76. That's your stop loss, but again, you're getting the green dot signal here, right now. This is probably one of my top ones, too. I really, really like MRK. A lot of these are just looking very, very good, and MRK, good, solid healthcare company. They make $15 billion a quarter. They're making a crap ton of money. They are currently down from their top. They're currently down 45% from the top, okay? And all these stocks are very undervalued. The ones that I'm calling out here today, very undervalued. They're very, very good, very, very good fits. MRK's is up there, dude. It looks phenomenal. The next one is Chipotle Mexican Grill. I know you guys like Chipotle. I personally don't eat fast food often, but CMG has given a green dot. So you can see the last time we got a green dot on CMG was in January of 2023 at $30. It went all the way up there to 70. Okay, so that was a 100% move there. And again, you're getting the signal here. So what we're looking for now on the daily, I'd want to see a pullback into these EMAs now. This is a good example. Okay, so I wouldn't rush to buy CMG right now simply because, yes, we do have the green monthly dot, but we are sitting off of those EMAs. Okay, something like MRK that we just talked about, it's into the EMA. So as long as it's into the average, okay, we are looking to buy it if it has a green dot here on the monthly. Okay, and again, you could wait for the next green dot, but this one just came right here, July 1st at 78. So you're buying it at 70. I'm sorry, that came at 79. You're buying it at 80, so you're only $1 off where this last one came. So MRK is one of my favorite plays too. CMG, I would wait for that daily to pull back a little bit, maybe into like 54 or 52 would be even better. You can see it has a red dot here today, so I would wait for the next green dot on CMG to take that trade. But again, it is giving you the monthly signal here. The next one's going to be Snapchat. Snapchat looks good. I sold this one a couple months ago, and now it's going to go to the moon. Okay, July. This was one of my worst trades of the year. I think I bought it at 10 and sold it at like 8, so I lost about 20%. But that one is given the signal here. Okay, signal on the monthly. So again, it's right into those EMAs. If this thing pulls back to like $9, I think you scoop it up. I don't see that one going lower than 850. Okay, I think 850 is the bottom for Snapchat here, and I would buy that one right here, right now, off the monthly dot there. You could wait for the daily to reset here, but again, I don't see it going lower than 850, and you could put the price target. Sorry, I haven't been given targets on these, but you can see that the red zone's all the way up here between 15 and 17. That's going to be the target there for Snapchat. Let's look at a couple of those other ones for targets. MRK, again, up here, 120 to 130 is going to be the target there on the daily, and then what is it, CAVA? CAVA was the other one. Again, targets up there at 130 to 150. I mean, those are 60, 70% trades if you guys are willing to hold some of these names. CROX. CROX I really like. I simply just want to buy it because of their damn sandals that I got. But 140 to 160 is the top for that. That's a 50, 60% trade there. Beautiful, beautiful looking. So Snapchat is another one I'd be looking to buy this month. I would look for a pullback into the EMAs if possible. Again, I'll turn this Fibonacci off here. Okay, and you can see we're right into the moving averages here. So I really like Snapchat. I do like it. I gave up on it, but it looks good now. Rocket. This is Rocket Mortgage. That one also has a green dot here on the monthly. Looking for a pullback into these EMAs. If you could scoop this one up at like 1350, that'd be a great buy at 1350, but it does have a red dot showing here today, so I'd be looking for the next daily now that we have the green dot on the monthly, and the target would be up there between $18 and $20 based on the daily. We got a few more here. FedEx. FedEx just gave the monthly signal here today, so again, we are actively looking to buy FedEx, okay? Green dot on the monthly, green dot on the monthly back down here on the December 22nd. It went from 73 all the way up to 310. You're in here on the daily. You're into the EMAs. Again, target on that's going to be 290 to 300. Again, we want to sell in the red zone. Sell in the red zone. Sell in the red zone. We're not selling down here. We're selling up here in the red zone. Okay, I'm actually going to do something with this Fibonacci. I want to check something real quick. Let me just take all of this off here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to do something for fun here just to see how I like it. Because I really only care about the red zone on the Fibonacci right now. I like the EMAs, but that red zone up there tells me that's where I want to sell, right? That's where I want to be taking my profits, okay? So that actually kind of looks cool. That actually kind of looks cool. Okay, then you could still see the EMAs and stuff down here, and that looks fun. That looks cool. Let's do that. So target on this would be anywhere from 290 to 310. Again, FedEx, one of the biggest shippers in the United States, given that green dot there on the monthly chart. Looking really good. And I will post this list for you guys here in a second. I got them pulled up in my notes section over here on I got them pulled up here on my notes over here. So I will share that in the Discord here. And if you guys are new, we also call out all these monthly dots. You can see FedEx gave one yesterday, and all these came on Monday. Okay, all these monthly dots. We call out the weekly dots, we call out the daily dots, and we call out the golden dots. So all of those are called out in the Discord. If you guys are a member, if you're not a member yet, you can come over here to become a member tab. Click this link. You could sign up for as little as $4 a month. That's less than this coffee I just went and got with my wife at the coffee stand. $4 a month. I mean, you can get access to everything that we do here on this channel. Again, we take a very different approach here. We are not day traders. We are swing traders here, okay? We are swing traders here, 1 to 6 months out. And I'm actually going to share this list with you guys right now. Let me just do that so I do not forget. Go ahead and pop that over there. Bang. So you guys can get that in the watch list right there. Boom. Stocks to watch in July. Green monthly dots show. Okay, and HD and Lowe's didn't have one, but the majority of these do. So FedEx has that green dot. So again, we're actively looking to buy that one. I would buy FedEx right here at 240. Okay, and then I would look to buy if it pulled back to 230, just add more. But again, our target's up here inside the red zone between 290 and 310. UPST, this is Upstart. So you can see this one has a green monthly dot, but if we look at the daily, we are entering into that red zone. So this is an example of, yes, we got the green dot on the monthly. That's great. But we are too far off of our moving averages. You can see the moving averages are sitting right down there at 55. So this is one we would want to see a pullback into the EMAs on before we bought. Does that make sense? Like FedEx, right? FedEx has the monthly, okay? But the daily is still sitting in those moving averages, in those averages. So if you come over here, guys, we have something called a cheat sheet. And again, the mean is just another word for average. So the 50, the 100, and the 200 are the most common used moving averages among investors and traders. Okay, the 200-day moving average, think of that. That's like a 6-month moving average. It's the average price over 6 months. That's that light blue line. This is the average price over 3 months, and then the 50 is going to be the average price of about 2 months. So we want to buy at the mean or at the average. We don't typically want to buy below the mean. The only time we do that is on a golden dot. Okay, those golden dots that we just talked about, like on HD, that's the only time we want to buy below the moving averages, but we want to buy as close to the mean as possible. We don't want to buy way off of the mean, okay, because that means we're way off the average. That means we're buying it at a premium. So like going back here to UPST, while yes, it does have a monthly dot, wonderful, fantastic, we love it. Okay, but it's up here off of the mean. So it's got that extension off of those moving averages. So you're typically buying it right here at about a 27% premium. Okay, so that's like going to the grocery store and buying your groceries at a 27% premium. And it's in the red zone. Okay, so we don't want to buy things that are inside of the red zone. Okay, we do not want to buy things that are inside of the red zone. So UPST, it does have the monthly, but we are waiting for a pullback into like 55 there. PFE, Pfizer. Okay, and again, some of these medical stocks are just completely oversold. PFE is a medical stock. MRK is a medical stock. I think we covered one more. TMO was the other one. And TMO doesn't have the signal yet, but PFE and MRK, I mean, if I had any cash right now, I would be buying Pfizer and MRK. Okay, those look fantastic. I'd honestly be buying any of these names if I had extra cash right now. Okay, and the green dot on the monthly looks phenomenal. Okay, and we're right into the moving averages. So again, our target would be up here in this red zone. If we look at the top of that red zone, we're looking at $31, $32. That's a 27% move. I would probably play Pfizer off the stochastic here. I wait till the stochastic. Remember, sell strategy number 2. That stochastic, wait till that gets back up here inside of this and touches that white dotted line there. That's how I play Pfizer here. It's been absolutely hammered down to the bottom, and it's given the green dot here this month. So that's also one we want to be watching here this month. We got ENTG. Not 100% sure on what this does, but it does have a green dot on the monthly chart. So the last time we got a green dot on the monthly was back in 2023. Okay, about 2 years ago, right there at $80. We're literally sitting at the same exact price that this one came on. So if we zoom in here to the daily, we're sitting into those EMAs right now. We would be looking to buy ENTG here. Okay, and it went from 80 all the way up to around 150. That's about a 100% move there on ENTG. I like this one as well. Not too sure what this one does. I think it's a medical company, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's look it up. Okay, another benefit of being a member is you guys also get access to the research tool over here. So if I type in /info ENTG, okay, I can click on that and then it pulls up what it does. So you can see it's actually a semiconductor company. Manufacturer that focuses on advanced materials and solutions for microelectronic industry. The microelectronics industry. So they make parts and stuff for chip makers like NVIDIA and things like that. So I really like this name too. I would be looking to buy this one here in July, and my target would be up here in the red zone between 130 and 150. EXPI. This is a lower cap. This is a lower market cap play here. I was in the real estate industry for quite some time, and EXP is a real estate company. They're a brokerage, and honestly, they, in my opinion, are the best real estate brokerage out there. So if real estate breaks out, I think EXPI is going to do really, really good. I actually want to check their market cap real quick. So again, all you got to do is come over here to the research tool, type in /info, and then go EXPI, and then hit enter, and it pulls up all the data. You can see they're in real estate, and then they are only a $1.4 billion company, okay? And they're probably the top brokerage in the country. And that's got a green dot here on the monthly. So this is actually a name I'd be looking to buy here for sure in July. I think it looks really, really good. And they got earnings coming up. How much? What are they making anyway? They're making about $1 billion a quarter. So that's pretty damn good. I think ESPI, this is technically like a penny stock here. I think penny stocks are considered under $2 billion. That's a penny stock. But EXPI, this is a solid one to put on your watch list here, guys. That is looking really good. And the next one's going to be XYZ. This is Block. Block is like, they used to be called Square. And they actually own, they're one of the companies that own, like they're in the top 10 for Bitcoin holdings. So they're holding a ton of Bitcoin. I like this one a lot. It's got the green dot here on the monthly. You can see the last one we got was in October right there. We went from 60 all the way up to 100. That was about a 40% move. And the daily is a little overbought, but I like it right here up above these EMAs. Again, we're in a downtrend when we're below the EMAs, but when we break up above it, that's when we start to get bullish. That's when the trend starts to shift. Target on that would be up there around $100. Okay, it's sitting at around 69 right now. So XYZ. COP, this is ConocoPhillips. And that one's got a monthly dot as well. This is a gas company, oil and gas. So target on that would be up there at 116, and it's right into the EMA. So we'd want to be taking a position on that right now. This is probably my favorite one out of all these. It's going to be Target. We've been watching Target for a while, but it did finally get its monthly dot here in July. You can see the last one that came was right there in November at 110. It hit 180. That was around a 70% move. Boom, you got the green dot here in July, showing up here on Target. I think Target's a great company. My wife loves shopping at Target. My sister loves shopping at Target. My mom, every woman I know loves going to Target. And low-key, I kind of like going to, okay? Don't tell anybody, but I like going in there, and I don't know, man. It's just a vibe, I guess. And it's given the monthly dot. So Target, we've been watching this one since we got these golden dots back here in April. Those were around $90. Again, these are a 1 to 6 month swing trade. The golden dot, it doesn't matter, guys. None of these rules matter. If your name gets a golden dot, none of these rules matter except the selling strategy. Okay, the buying strategy. Golden dot just means buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. And we got that back there in April and March. And it's sitting right at 100. Target on this is going to be up here 150, 160. I think Target's very undervalued right now, and I think it's going to do very, very well here into the end of the year. And then we got, this is going to be the last one. This is SMCA. This is Comcast Corporation, and that one's also got a green dot there on the monthly chart. And that one's sitting right in the middle of the EMAs. Target on that would be 42 to 45, and I believe they pay a dividend. So those are the top stocks we are watching here in July, guys. All of those have a green dot, minus a couple of them have a green dot on the monthly chart. I just did post that watch list over here inside of the Discord. So if you guys want to go check that out, go into the watch list tab over there. Again, if you guys are not a member, you guys can sign up right now for as little as $4 a month. It's not always going to be that much. I am going to raise the price here. We have over 2,000 people, about 16,000 total in the Discord. It's free to join, but if you guys want access to the watch list, our member chat, my trades, overkill alerts, these are going to be my favorite setups here. And also the ability to request charts and a bunch more cool stuff, guys. $4 a month, like I said, cheaper than a coffee that I just bought from the coffee stand here. I took my wife to get a coffee this morning. And again, if you guys don't have the indicator, all the indicators we talked about today, I'm talking about the EMAs, the red and green dots, and the Fibonacci indicator that gives us our topping signal. Feel free to download it. It's right here. Click on a couple. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly in. If you guys need anything, feel free to shoot me an email, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. We will see you guys on Saturday for the watch list. The watch list, we will be covering all of the names we are looking here in July, including cryptocurrency. We'll be covering our watch list like we do every single Friday, but Friday is a holiday, so we will be going over that on Saturday. So we'll see you guys there. God bless you. Have a great day. Let me know down in the comments which ones you guys like the best here. I want to know which ones you're watching off this list. If you guys got any more that you're watching, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. And with that being said, guys, God bless you, and have a great week.
Peace.